Hi, my name is Stefanie Taylor. At the age of 13, I met some kids and I began to try out marijuana and alcohol and cigarettes. I would sleep with different people, didn't know them. I would go to bars, clubs, stay out all night long, and my mom would wonder. I had just really became a bad kid. I met my first husband and I had 2 children by him, and due to his lifestyle, he was murdered. That really devastated me at the time. So I began to drink a little more, smoke a little more. It was just really hard for me. I did get a job working for the United States Postal Service. I still had an addiction, and that addiction would still take over my finances. I would say the amount of money that I spent in a 25-year span would have been about $216,000. And my daughter, as she began to go to college, she called me to come and get her from college, and I didn't understand, why she wanted me to come and pick her up, but it began to take a turn for her life. The schizophrenia has set in, and from my understanding, what the doctor told me, once I had took her to the doctor, that it can all of a sudden come on you when you reach 18, and that's what happened to her. She began to hallucinate and hear voices, and I was talking about jumping off bridges, and I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't do anything. So afraid of what she would do to herself or do to somebody in the house. At the time, I thought that the problem my daughter had, that the hospital could fix the problem. I didn't know it was a spiritual problem until I came to the Universal Church. One day I was sitting and I was watching TV, and a commercial came on about the Universal Church. And they were giving away the blessed healing water. And I said, well, let me go there and see if I could get the water for my daughter that she could be healed. And I, grew up in a church, been to many churches, and it was just something about this commercial when I seen it that I needed to go. As I was coming to the Universal Church and doing the chain of prayer, my life began to change. I learned how to become a faithful tither. I learned how to just give God everything. And so, in a nutshell, my life began to change. It changed in my finances. It changed in my marriage. My daughter was healed. But as I was going to the Universal Church, I began to hear the pastor talking more about the Holy Spirit and the fruits of the Holy Spirit and seeking the Holy Spirit. And I knew it was a difference. And as the pastor would tell us to come up to the altar and seek the Holy Spirit, and I just told God, fill me with your spirit. I want to feel your spirit. I want to feel I want to have an encounter with the Holy Spirit. And one Sunday, that's what he did, and I've been different ever since. Upon me receiving the Holy Spirit and it changing me, it also, when I went around my family, they could see the change in me, and it changed my marriage as well, because by me having the Holy Spirit, I had patience. So therefore, it changed my marriage because I seen my marriage differently. And by me seeing my marriage differently, it caused a difference in my husband to react differently to me, because of the, Holy Spirit. So that in turn made my marriage better. God has transformed every single area of my life. and he can do it for you. He can do it for you if you're going through suicidal thoughts, addiction, a problem with your family, in your marriage, in your finances. He can change all of those things. My life has been transformed completely in every area of my life.